Alright, well you'll have to forgive the noise of the pump. I hope I can talk over it, but we got an inch or two of rain. I really don't know how much because my official rain gauge bucket has been in use as the oil drip bucket now on the truck. So it actually didn't have any notable water in it, but it was underneath the truck. So but you can see what we got here. This is the little front pit that I had for pumping off the house area, the sump. And you can see where I built everything up over there and over here over the last weekend. And it's high and dry. It's a foot above all the water. So really all I've got is just a little funnel right here to get pumped out. And then back down in the pond, the deepest part of the pond, and then over here on the side of the pond, both have water. And so I'll take you down there and show you that. I'm going to go ahead and walk down there with the excavator and get the second pump going, and then I'll show you the water hole down there. Okay, so now we're down here in the pond, and what you're looking at, it's kind of funny, that gray water versus brown water. But the gray water, that's the deep into the pond, and right there in the corner, right in the middle of your screen, I dug it just a hair deeper to try to make a sump. And I piled up a little sort of levee right here with the thought, to keep this water separate from that water. But if I leave that in contact now, I'm going to have to pump that out and then come pump this out. And so I think what I'm going to do instead is get the pump up and going, and then I'm going to break this levee right here in front of me and let all this water here come all down into the bottom hole and hopefully get it all pumped out today, and then I can patch the levee back up if I want. But I built that up the other day, Sunday, I guess today's Tuesday. I built that up Sunday when I was out here working, thinking that if we didn't have too much rain, that this area might catch more runoff than this down here did, because that really is kind of bounded by all the deep digging I've been doing. There's not a whole lot of drainage I think that would go into it, but it looks like they caught pretty similar runoff, so it doesn't really matter. Anyway, we'll get the second pump set up here. I think I can find a pack spot kind of right in here where I built all this up, and throw my hose down there in the deep end, get it sucking. I cut a bench a long time ago up there on the shelf to set a pump on, but it looks like it kind of eroded in, so I don't know that I can confidently set a pump up there and not be afraid that it was going to walk its way off and fall in the water. So my hoses and stuff are sitting right the other side of the levee back there in the tree, so I'll get the pump set up down there and then go get my hoses and get it going. And then I think while the pump's running, I'm going to see if I can't do a little bit more stockpiling work around the back side of the pile over here and just start heaping up more clay. I might as well do something useful while I'm here. Okie dokie, so pump number 2 is going. Still debating whether or not I want to break that levee, because it's having a heck of a time. It's having to push all the way up the side of this steep bank, which I know it's hard to give you all a scale to say how high up I am, but I'm certain I'm 15 foot above the water right now. And well, this is a 25 foot, no, this is a 50, I think a 50 foot hose from the pump up the side of the bank. And there's the end of it right there. So I think it's 50. I think it's supposed to be 50. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. You can hear the pump is really loaded down. It's really pushing hard to be able to pump this water out, which means it's definitely not pumping as fast as it could be. So just as soon as the pit up front is pumped out, which it might already be, I'm going to get the second pump brought back here and might set it up, right there or something, and pump independently on this hole with it, just so they're not, so one pump's not having to do all the work, I guess. So anyway, let me go check on that. It might already be pumped out up there, and we'll go from there. Woo! I think I got my heart rate up now. That little pump, when I set it there, the ground felt okay. As soon as that thing starts running and vibrating, that ground underneath of it just turned to water, and the pump started sinking. It was buried about 5 inches. And then go to pull it up out of the mud and it's stuck. That mud's sucking on it. So I managed to finally get it pried up. And I got 2 logs about 5 inch in diameter, little short stub logs. Stuck those under it just to give it a little bit more area to sit on, and maybe it won't sink so bad, because otherwise it just sits on those little black bars of the frame. That's all it really has. So that seems to be working. It doesn't look like it's settling like it was before. So now I'm going to run up front here and check that other pump, see if I can move it somewhere more useful, because I think it's about done. Okie dokie, just make a little wrap up video for now. Y'all can't see anything I'm going to tell you, but dug me another little sump hole right there on the edge of the pad. So of course there's a whole pad area to try to get some of that drained off, because all down this right hand side I had just real shallow standing water, making a soupy mess. But Got the sump on the opposite side over there pumped out early on. I showed you that. And then on the back, I got the deep end of the pond pumped out, and I got that kind of upper level of the pond mostly pumped out. And while that pump was running on the last hole, I went back here, back into the pond, and started extending my trench and just piling up more clay to stockpile it. But golly, this stuff is just goopy and nasty. I mean, I got spoiled by that last month or so that we had of no rain. I forgot how disgusting it is out here when it's wet. But man, it's clay just turns to goop and it sticks to everything, and it's freaking disgusting. And then my tracks, I mean, my tracks are completely packed with it, so I can't get any traction. I just slip and slide all over the place, which is a little bit nerve-wracking. Don't slide off in a hole or something. But I'm done for today. Just for grins, I picked up my water pump here and I set it up in the bucket of the excavator and then left it at the bed of the truck, because I'm afraid if I back my truck down the driveway to come get it, I'm going to get stuck, and I don't want to walk the excavator out the driveway and leave ruts with it, and I don't want to carry the daggone thing, I don't want to leave my truck stuck. So just left it parked up here in the bed of the truck, kind of boxed in where you can't get to it, and you know, might as well do that. That's kind of funny. I always like going by construction sites and seeing how they'll wrap an excavator up around a bulldozer or something just for the extra security. So did the same myself, but man, it's wind, it's cold, and it's muddy and nasty. I'm going home.